your friends and students. Thank you. Thank you. Research scholars, the platform is yours. Kindly begin.
Thank you, sir. Shall we start, sir?
Please, please.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, all. I welcome you all to the 48th session of Insight In-Depth webinar series hosted by Madhya Plus Training College, Nalanjira. Today's partakers on the coordination side, myself, Tara, Soumya DE, Priya UV, and Nitya SS. With all reverence, love, and wishes, let's start today's resource talk on mind fog by Mrs. Pramila San. A hearty welcome, ma'am. A warm welcome to our dear sirs too, Dr. K.Y. Bandik sir and Dr. Joju John sir. A hearty welcome to our dear participants. Let's electrify today's talk with a prayer. The prayer. Sanla ma'am, please. Thank you, ma'am. To kindle our emotional spirit, I invite Ms. Soumya DE onto the line to deliver the welcome address. Soumya ma'am, please.
Okay. Audible, Tara?
Yes, very much.
Thank you. Good evening to one and all gathered here. Hope all of you are safe at home, exploring and experiencing the digital platforms for the purpose of acquiring knowledge and to get connected with each other. Our prestigious institution, Martiophilus Training College, is also offering an open platform, Insight In-Depth talk series for different scholars, academicians, and prospective teachers to share their ideas. Today, we are here with the 48th Insight In-Depth talk series, and I find myself delighted to welcome you all to this program. At first, I would like to welcome our most respected principal, Dr. K.Y. Benedict sir, who is the backbone of this program. With a due respect to his vision, I extend a delightful welcome to our principal, Dr. K.Y. Benedict sir. Today, we are blessed with an
Thank you.
eminent personality. Okay, welcome, sir. Today, we are blessed with an eminent personality who is well versed in different areas of knowledge. Mrs. Pramila Sam, Vice Principal in charge, St. Joseph's Convent, Mumbai. She is a good teacher and also a baker. Welcome, ma'am, to our invited talk series.
Thank you.
Now it's time to welcome our research coordinator, Dr. Joju Jones, sir, a person always ready to motivate and support the people around us. Welcome you, sir, to this function. Again,
Thank you.
thank you, sir. Again, I take this opportunity to welcome all the distinguished participants, including department heads, academicians, research guides, scholars, and prospective teachers to this session. On behalf of principal, professors, research guides of Marthiophiles Training College, once again I extend a massive welcome. Welcome all of you. Over to you, Tara ma'am.
Thank you, Soumya. Today's talk on Mind Fog is by Mrs. Pramila ma'am. She is presently celebrating the chair of Vice Principal, St. Joseph's Convent, Mumbai. As an intro, let us meet in detail with Pramila ma'am. As an educationist and resource person, I would like to call upon Ms. Priya UV to have an intro to our today's resource person, Mrs. Pramila Sam. Priya ma'am, please. Priya ma'am, are you there? Maybe she might be having some connectivity problems. Soumya ma'am, can you do that for us?
Okay. Today we are blessed with an eminent personality who is well versed in different areas of knowledge. She, she is studying in MA Sociology, B.Ed, Vice Principal in charge, St. Joseph Convent, Mumbai. 15 years of teaching experience and anchoring, also a baker, conducts classes in baking. That is enough.
Thank you, Soumya ma'am. Sorry for the delay made here. Okay. Before getting into, let us remind ourselves, mute video and audio for the smooth conduction of session. Let us follow our resource person's instructions and feel free to post queries and chats in the chat box. Once again, I'm happy to invite Pramila ma'am to this session. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing your time with us. With the quote, let's start, let's have a start. Change is our chance to experience the new, to identify additional options and generate different opportunities. Let's make the most of the opportunities. With all regards, I hand over the cue to Ms. Pramila ma'am. Ma'am, the session is yours. Pramila ma'am.
Thank you. Hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're audible. Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
A very good evening to everyone. I first of all thank the principal, Dr. K.Y. Benedict sir, research coordinator, Dr. Jojo John sir, and research supervisors and dear participants for giving me this wonderful opportunity to be one among you. I'm glad to be a part of this magnificent group of MTTC Nalanjara. It's really a blessed moment for me to be one in you. Today, as we all are going through this pandemic situation, we all are facing different problems in one way or the other. And by the grace of God, we have got all this latest facilities to connect ourselves and to learn and understand more with each other. And we are sharing our knowledge with each other in this form through mobiles and laptops. And today, in this situation, the problem that we are facing is numerous mental stress, mental problems, apart from health related issues, the COVID health problems. Among all this, one of the main and common problem that we are facing is the mental fog, the mind fog, the brain fog, as you all know, or you can even call it as fogginess. Now, what is this mind fog or brain fog? Mind fog is not exactly a medical term. Mind fog is a term that many people know, but at times can be difficult to describe, especially if you are feeling it. Brain fog isn't a medical condition in itself, but rather a symptom of other medical conditions. It can be related to as a type of cognitive dysfunction involving in different health problems. It can be, let us start the terms in terms of mind fog is used by individuals to describe how they feel when their thinking is sluggish or fuzzy or not sharp. It involves memory problems, lack of mental clarity, poor concentration, and even inability to focus. Some people also describe it as a mental fatigue. Depending on the severity of mind fog, it can interfere with work and the schooling system also. Children and adults both equally go through this phase of mind fog. It is a common factor in every person, but we are not able to identify it properly. Let us look into some of the ways, common ways that we face in our life. When we go to a hilly area and there is a lot of fog around us, we are not able to see even the person who is standing beside us. In such a situation, we don't know which way to move, what to do. Our brain faces a similar type of a situation of fogging. We don't know what to do next. And this, up to a certain extent, is a very difficult problem. If we don't get it right, we can look at the next situation where you are traveling to a high range, driving in a car, and immediately there is a fog in front of you. There are clouds in front of you, and you're not able to see the road clearly. You do not know which direction to move, how to move ahead. Maybe your lamps are going dim and not providing you sufficient information to move ahead. The road is not visible, so you don't know the vehicle coming in front of you. And in this situation, you don't know what is your next step. This again resembles with our mind, showing us that we are somewhere confused. We don't know to move ahead. And we are looking for a way to move, and we are blocked all of a sudden. Now, let us see what mind fog exactly is. It is a clouding of our consciousness. Somewhere or the other, in our conscious mind, we get blocked. We don't know what's next. And in the process, there is a disturbance of consciousness. We are disturbed mentally when we do not know what to do next and how to move ahead. Or we are stuck up with our problems. We have an inability to have a sharp memory or lack of sharp focus. We are not able to focus on the things that we are doing in our day-to-day life. Our activities are shut down because of the inability to focus properly on the work that we are doing. And this results in our development. We are not able to move ahead. Then we have a cloudy mental thinking. A cloudy mental thinking, again, is the same thing as we said. There is confusion in our mind, cloudiness in our mind. Mental cloudiness, also known as fibrofog, fogginess. A person is confused, he's distracted, he's having problems in getting proper results to his activities. A student has difficulty in problem. An adult has difficulty in their office work or household works. Women have problems in their office, household work. In every aspect of life, in fact, we have this disturbance because of mind fog. Brain seems to stop for a moment. Difficulty in concentration, getting lost easily, forgetting things very easily. You forget what you are doing. You forget where you have placed your things. You do not know what has to be done systematically. Next, let us look at mind fog. Classically shows up as many of the following. It can also be explained as symptoms when more than one symptom arise in the mind. You say it is a mind fog. We usually tend to neglect these symptoms. Suppose we are not able to remember something, or we can't recollect something which we need at a moment, or sometimes we are not able to concentrate on a particular thing. We take it very lightly, or maybe sometimes we even ignore it. But when these symptoms, multiple symptoms arise, like lack of focus, lack of mental clarity, slower decision making, fatigue and irresistibility, poor concentration, lack of energy, low energy, slow learning and processing time. When all these things, multiple of them occurs in our mind together, or we can see these symptoms, multiple symptoms in life, we can somehow diagnose ourselves as we are somewhere in the way of mind fog. We are somewhere stuck up with mind fog and we are not able to move, and we need to find a solution to this. So once again, we can say mind fog isn't a medical condition. It is a term used to certain symptoms. This is a feeling that we all have to overcome. Mind fog isn't a medical condition. It is a term used for certain symptoms that can affect our ability to think. We are not able to think. You may feel confused, disorganized, not systematic in doing our things, don't know what to do, what not to do, or find it hard to focus on a particular thing. Put your thoughts, or you can even not able to put your thoughts, your ideas, present things properly. That is the situation where we are undergoing a mind fog or a brain fog. Now, next here, she does not know what's next. This is again one of the symptoms of mind fogging. She's confused, disoriented, zoned out, and stuck all of a sudden. No idea of what's next, how to proceed. And you get so stressed that you're totally exhausted out of it. Now we can give some examples of things a person might do because of mind fog. The first point we can see is getting about a task they had to complete. Forgetting about the task. We usually forget, we have to do multiple things, and we tend to forget some particular thing that we had to do. For example, we had to give a call to someone. In the midst of all our works, we tend to forget that we had to call this particular person. And after a particular time, the time is over, we realize, oh my, I was supposed to give a call and I didn't do that. That's exactly like forgetting your task that you have to complete. Or in between cooking, ladies especially, even men cook today, they forget to add salt, or you tend to add excess of salt to your dish. Or sometimes instead of salt, you tend to by mistake add, instead of sugar, you tend to add salt to the tea. See, you're forgetting your task, what you're supposed to do. You're getting deviated from it. So these are some of the examples that we can see for forgetting a task that we had to complete properly. Taking much longer than usual to complete simple tasks. There are simple things that we can do, but we take a lot of time. Handling with things, arranging your books in the shelf. You can just systematically put the books according to their alphabetic order also. But you are always juggling out with all the books, not knowing how to put them up. You put a set of books, then you pull it down back, again you put something like that, and it goes on. And next thing is feeling frequently distracted. You are doing some particular work and you're disturbed by something, you're getting distracted, a sudden phone call, or sudden volume of the TV, or a volume in the radio, or some shout outside, someone calling out to you. There's distraction in your thought and you forget what you're doing. You get distracted very quickly by little things. A small movement around you, you get disturbed, you get distracted, and you are deviated from your actual course of work. Next, we can see feeling tired. Feeling tired while working. You are not so much mentally present in your work that ultimately doing your work, your mental absence causes you a feeling of tiredness. You are bored of doing your work. You no more want to continue with what you are doing. Next, we can see some examples of mind. Some examples of mind fog that we can see here is the first picture you can see of a lady who forgets about her medicines. This is a common factor that we see in our houses, in our day-to-day life, whoever our elders taking medicine, or you're giving medicines to the children, or we ourselves are taking medicines, we forget the time of the medicine, or we may have taken the medicine and then we think, have I taken my medicine? No. Have I? Haven't I? That question keeps swinging in our mind. Or sometimes we totally forget to take our medicines in a hurry, that we are busy with something, we totally forget our medicines. Or sometimes we accidentally tend to take a different medicine instead of the right medicine, assuming the time is different or so. So such type of confusions may be caused due to the mind fog. Next, we have a situation where this lady is in a workout place doing exercise, and she's actually supposed to be exercising with her exercise ball, and she's sitting on it but forgets where she is, and she's looking out for her exercise ball. Anywhere to be found, nowhere, it's gone. Where is it? And someone has to call out and say, hey, you're sitting over it. So these are common things that we all go through. Another situation that we can see here, another situation. This is again a common thing each one of us experience. Here we are being shown of a lady who is in a hospital. And she goes to the receptionist for a help, asking the person where the MRI room is for the scan to be done. And the receptionist is directing her to the MRI room, explaining the elevator 1 floor down, make a left, then a right. It's the second door on the left. Can anyone remember that? For a second, we all are confused. At present also, even I got disturbed. Elevator, left, right, door. Where is it? I'm going out. Here, she's looking perplexed. Where am I to go? Elevator, 1 floor down. Wrong way, this way, that way. We are confused with our ways. Similar situation also arises when we are on the road, driving or walking, finding a new place, or maybe a place that we know. It's close to us, but we are still looking for it. Is it this side of the road or is it that side of the road? Or have I to take a left turn or have I to take a right turn? We know the place, but still sometimes we get so confused. We don't know which direction to move. We have to stop and think over. What's next? Which way do I take? Or maybe if someone is accompanying us, we ask them, which way should I go? Is this the right way or that is the right way? And the person tells us, no, you have to go straight. Okay. Now my mind is clear. I got the way. So this happens in our life. These are all things that is happening in our life, but we don't realize them. We don't recognize them. Now let's look at the next funny situation where we have a Santa with a cap in his hand. His hat is missing on his head. Where is my hat? We all have this habit. We have the pen in our hand. As teachers, many a times even I look out for my pen. Where is my pen? Where is the pen is in my hand? And sometimes it happens with everyone. Similarly, we have an example of the Santa with the hat in his hand and looking out for his hat. Where is it? Now, who's going to tell the Santa where his hat is? Let's go to the next explanation of mind fog. Have you seen my glasses? Can't find them anywhere. This story we have been learning right from our childhood. In our English text, in our Hindi text, we have stories of grandfather searching for his specs. The lost specs of grandfather. We are always searching in our textbook. We have always studied it. We know about it. The grandfather places his specs on his forehead and he searches. And the little children spend their time laughing about that the grandfather has forgotten his specs and he's searching. It's fun for the children, but it's hard time for the grandfather. And similar situation with this young lady here, searching for her glasses and can't find them anywhere. Where are my glasses? Can you show her glasses where they are? It's right on her eye, but still can't find them. So we too have such problems. We face all these problems. So mental fog, mind fog is part of our daily life. We can understand from these examples. Now, next example again, similar one. We enter into a room and then think, why did I come here? What was the reason? Why am I in this room? Why did I come here? What was the reason? We forget the reason why we have come. Actually, maybe we have intended to go to some other room, but by mistake we enter into another room and then we think, why am I here? And then after a few seconds we realize, oh, I had to take something from the bedroom and I landed up in the hall room. And then we go back. Similarly, mostly children or even adults have this problem of opening up the fridge and then looking into it, staring for a while and thinking, why did I open the fridge? What was the reason? What did I want from here? But we don't know. And then we realize we actually wanted to do something else or pick up something from the kitchen. And somehow I lost touch with what I needed and I landed up in the fridge. What did I want here? Is our thought. What did I want in the kitchen? No idea. I forget. Then I remember after some seconds. Otherwise, someone calls out from the hall room or the bedroom saying, get a glass of water. And then we realize, oh, I needed to get a glass of water from the fridge. Yeah, that's why I opened the fridge. And the glass is on the shelf. I have to take the glass from the shelf. So these are some of the common things that we have in the kitchen, in the bedroom. What am I doing here? What? You actually arrange the cover and the sheet and you're again staring at to clean, or you to dry it out in the and you think do this wash all face.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. There is a slight disturbance in the audio.
Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Research scholars,
Yes. Yes.
are you feeling a kind of disturbance?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir,
yeah.
there is a
Now,
small
we
disturbance,
felt,
sir.
sir. We felt. Now I hope it is clear.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Can
Hello,
I
ma'am.
continue?
You just
Yes, can I continue, sir?
now it's okay, ma'am. Now it's okay. There was a disturbance in the audio, ma'am. That
Okay.
was why I interrupted. Now it's okay. Please carry
Okay,
on.
sir. Okay. Okay. So So these are the little things
Yes,
we all face in our daily life, the mind fog, but we ignore. But when these little things accumulate together, it becomes a big problem. It causes different symptoms in us like dementia and all such things are created. But as far as we look at these simple things, we feel, oh, that's normal. I just forgot it. It's okay. Fine. We go to the watch TV and we don't know where the remote is, where the remote is lying maybe in front of us, and we are searching for it. Maybe the remote is next to the TV, on top of the TV, or somewhere on the shelf we leave it, or it's in the couch next by, but we forget to get it, and we keep looking around. Where is the remote? And then ultimately we get hold of it. So all these factors, we go searching into the garbage, into the fridge, or sometimes we forget our things and finally land up into the refrigerator to find the remote. So looking for the TV remote on the shelf, near the TV, and the couch, into the garbage, on the dining table, in the bedroom, and finally landing up into the kitchen and in the fridge, you find your remote. It happens sometimes. You carry it along with you and you forget where you have placed it. These seem to be very simple for us, but this is actually a type of mind fog. Now we have the causes of mind fog. Let us look into the causes of mind fog. Overworkload, too much of work. We have a lot to do and we forget things that we have to do by doing a lot of things, multiple tasks, too many things at a time, and you forget everything in the end. Lack of sleep, no proper sleep. We are people who spend a lot of time fidgeting with our mobiles, watching TV programs, late night, movies, etc., etc., etc. Students wake up, remain awake late night, studying, doing their project work, causing lack of sleep. So lack of sleep is another cause of mind fog. Stress and anxiety, too much of stress, too much of anxiety, too much of load causes mind fog. And lack of too much screen time, that is watching of computers, laptops, mobiles, TVs, cinemas, goes on. Your electronic gadget is on and you are watching the whole day, and especially during the pandemic time now, all are dependent on these electronic gadgets for all the purposes. Classes going on, work going on, everything on these systems. So too much of screen time, your mind is fogged. You have a mind fog. Lack of balanced diet. A balanced diet is very essential to keep you healthy. And lack of a balanced diet causes mind fog. No proper nutritive food makes your mind go on a strike. So what is the result of it? It's a mind fog. Lack of exercise. Lack of exercise. Do we all exercise every day? I doubt. Yes. Or no. Maybe yes. Sometimes it's always a no and oh, I do a little bit of exercise. But proper exercise is always necessary for us. And lack of any activity given to our body causes mind fog. Then we have the hormonal functioning. Hormonal fluctuations in our body that is caused. Hormonal dysfunctions. Functioning of the hormones in our body that causes changes in us, especially in women having hormonal changes like menopause, and during pregnancy, during menstruation, there are changes in hormones in the body. These can impair concentration and memory. There's a lot of disturbance in our body system. We tend to lose our concentration. We get hyper. We tend to lose our memory. This memory loss can be as due to the estrogen level that contributes to the memory of our brain and our body activities. The estrogen level contributes to memory and other brain processes. So there is a difference in these hormonal levels. Definitely there can be chances of a mind fog. And next we have the sedentary lifestyle. This changing lifestyle that we have today, the irregularities in our life, is one of a major cause of mind fog. The whole systematic pattern of life is shattered, you can say, in fact. So we have to maintain our lifestyle, or it may cause a mind fog in a long term. Then we have is hunger, dehydration, or vitamin deficiencies. Hunger. There are people who face hunger because they can't afford to have proper food, or even in spite of having food, they keep themselves starving because of too much of work, or they want to be look beautiful by starving themselves. They want to reduce themselves. These are not wrong notions, but they do. So hunger, dehydration, no proper intake of water, fluids, which is an essential source of our livelihood. We miss it out, which causes dehydration. All our body vital functions are carried on because of water, the fluid in our body. And when we deprive our body of this fluid, it causes dehydration. And this dehydration disturbs the functioning of the brain, no proper blood circulation to the brain. And we have a mind fog system, lack of vitamin deficiency. We eat food, we eat a lot of food, we eat junk food, we eat fast food. But do we eat proper nutritive food? No, we do not. So we do not get all the essential nutritive vitamins and minerals that our body requires. We are not providing our body with all the proper vitamins and minerals through proper intake of food. So there is vitamin deficiency. And these vitamins are very essential for our mind and body development. And when our mind is down, we always have a clash in the mind and there is a mind fog. Then we have neurological conditions such as dementia or a head injury. Neurological conditions such as dementia or head injury dementia is usually found in elderly people. Head injuries anyone can have at any time, and especially we take more care of little children and elderly people who are more prone to this head injuries. And people have to take care of their health by not having any head injuries. Dementia can also be caused by having too much of heavy medication. Heavy medication can also be a cause for dementia in adults or elderly people. Then we have chronic illnesses. severe illnesses like flu and many other viral infections that we are prone to. For example, the recent COVID that we all are facing, this pandemic thing that we are facing. Similarly, many viral infections like this, they can be a source to cause mind fog because it is disturbing the mind. It is disturbing the body. It is disturbing the ability of a person to think well. A healthy mind can always think properly, can have clear ideas and views, can do things properly. But when this is disturbed because of an illness, we tend to have a mind fog. A sick person always tend to forget things or tend to not remember things properly, and too much of stress is caused during this period. So chronic illness is definitely one of the factor which causes mind fog. Then we have illegal drugs and alcohols. Definitely our teenagers, youngsters are very much in connection with these drugs and alcohol intakes, which we are literally trying to fight out. And these alcohol and drug intake definitely affects their mind. They are not able to think properly. They are not able to reason properly. If they could have thought properly, they would have definitely put a stop to these bad habits. But no, they are not able to take a proper decision once they start consuming these things. They don't know what is right, they don't know what is wrong, causing a mind fog. They are lost from their proper direction of life. So, intake of illegal drugs and alcohols are obviously causes of mind fog. Then we have certain medications such as chemotherapy, which is seen in cancer patients, malignant patients. They have this problem after their chemo and all. The body cells are disturbed, the brain cells are damaged, body cells are damaged. This damage, of course, causes mind fog. People go into depression. So there is obviously a mind fog created in their mind, not able to think or do things properly. And it's a very sorrowful thing as far as they are concerned. They are helpless, but they are affected by their treatment. Then we have the electromagnetic radiation from computers, mobile phones, tablets. Yes. This is a big issue that we all are facing now, especially during this pandemic season. We all are going through this phase of using computers, mobile phones, and tablets. For even little children are having this problem. We cannot run away from it. We are forced to be in front of computers, mobile phones, and tablets to fulfill our works, to do our duties, to complete our education, teaching, job, everything. Our pastime, we are not able to go out, so we spend our pastime in front of computers and mobiles, watching movies, playing games. So obviously the radiation, electromagnetic radiations are more prone to be functioning on us during this time. So electromagnetic radiations disturb our functions, disturb the functioning of the mind. We get neutral to all thoughts. We become numb to all thoughts. What we know is our mobile phones and computers, we are not able to think. Whatever it is, you're not thinking. You immediately press 2-3 buttons and you get trying to find things. So these electromagnetic radiations are obviously between you and your mind. So definitely electromagnetic radiations are a cause of mind fog. Next, we have a stress. Stress reduces blood flow to the brain, causing poor memory. Stress, too much of workload, too much of burden to the little brain that we have, to the little gray matter that we have. It reduces the blood flow to the brain, causing poor memory. Then we have lack of sleep, no exercise. Lack of sleep is seen among all of us. We stay awake for a long time. Even children stay awake a long time. We are supposed to have at least 7 hours of sleep a day, but we do not bother to see the time that we get to sleep. We do not spend our valuable time to take a rest. So obviously, the mind, the brain gives way. No, I cannot work anymore. So what happens? Ultimately, lack of sleep, there is a mind fog. No exercise. No proper exercise to the body, to the brain. You have a mind fog. Your brain rejects proper orderly functioning. He says, no, I cannot think further. And what happens? Ultimately, you have a mind fog. Diet. Diet is a very essential factor, which not followed properly can cause mind fog. Amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. These are all required, what our body needs. Fluids, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, antioxidants. All these are necessary for the development and growth and proper functioning of a brain and body and all the vital organs in our body. If we skip our meal or we do not take a proper diet, a diet which does not contain proper minerals and vitamins, what happens is we are deficient with it. There is vitamin deficiency. And what does it lead to? It leads to weakness, not only of the body, also the brain. And when the brain gets weak, we don't have proper memory power. We are not able to think properly. We cannot remember things properly. Things short past are also forgotten and results in a mind fog. Toxins, pollution, chemical substances, and insecticides. We are all living in a polluted environment. Toxins, chemical substance all around us. We are traveling on the road. We are breathing carbon monoxide. The vehicles are emitting out all this. Factories. Then we have the food items that we take. We have pesticides, insecticides, different toxic substance that we are inhaling, we are consuming. All these substances affects our body directly or indirectly. Some way or other, we are affected by it. This causes in the damage of the brain cells. And this, in return, results in mind fog. So, we know that mind fog is a very complicated factor which is present in our daily life, but still we ignore it. Symptoms of mind fog. Now let's look at the symptoms of mind fog. The first thing that we can see is feeling spacey or confused. We are confused about what to do. We don't know next. So this is a symptom of mind fog. Irritability. You are irritated by things. Mind fog is a result of this irritability. Too many things, too much of disturbances your mind gets disturbed and you forget things, you can't remember things, and you get irritated. And the result is a mind fog. Stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety is one of the factor. We are stressed. There is anxiety in us. Too much of workload causes a very slow mode of thinking. We are not able to think properly. We are not able to do our works, day-to-day activities properly. We are not able to fulfill our commitments properly. There is stress in us. There is anxiety. And it results in mind fog. Insomnia again causes mind fog. Poor memory is also a symptom of mind fog. We do not have proper memory, lack of memory. We think it's okay. Maybe we forgot for a moment. But if these factors keep repeating, stress, poor memory, irritability, insomnia, all these things come together, we have to be serious. These are the symptoms of mind fog. Poor memory is one of the major symptoms of mind fog, which we have to be serious about it. Lack of mental clarity. We are not clear about things, just as the first to do. The feelings are not clear. Then we have feeling of fatigue. You're tired, you're exhausted. You don't want to move ahead, and it's all stopped. So feeling of fatigue is a symptom of mind. It is usually neglected or ignored by most of us. More effort, but we are not able to complete the simplest of things in a proper time. So thinking more slowly, very slowly, you are able to recollect or remember or do things, or you are very slow in your thoughts. After quite some time, you are able to think what you actually wanted to do, and you're very slow in it, and needing more time to complete simple tasks. Being easily distracted. There is no proper concentration. You're not able to focus on your thing properly. Whatever work you are doing in, you're not able to focus. And by or any small thing that can happen can disturb you. You get distracted easily. Next is having trouble organizing thoughts or activities. Putting your thoughts and activities in a systematic manner. Having trouble organizing them. Your work, your daily schedules have to be organized, but you're having problem in doing them efficiently. So that is the thing, having trouble organizing thoughts or activities. When you have such problems, you tend to lack efficiency in your activities, having trouble organizing your thoughts properly. You're not clear about what you want to do next. This is again a symptom of mind fog. Forgetfulness, such as forgetting daily tasks or losing a train of thoughts. You have a long list of things to be done, and you're forgetting everything. A long train of thought is being missed out. You remember only one or two things, and in between you forget the systematic order of your thing. Forgetfulness. Word finding difficulty. Word finding difficulty is like it's on the tip of your tongue and you can't remember it. It's on the tip of your tongue and you can't remember it. We always have this problem. Oh, I just remembered and it's gone. I can't recollect it. So this is one of the symptom of mind fog. Now, after looking into the symptoms of mind fog, let us go into our present situations that we are facing. How mind fog can affect us, or how mind fog and COVID is being interrelated. Let us have a look into it. The influence of this current pandemic situation of COVID-19 into our lives, causing mind fog, memory loss, even after we have recovered from the virus. After the very stressful years that was 2020, early times of 2020 and 2021, you might have experienced moments where you felt extremely tired, sluggish, forgetful, confused, and even unable to concentrate. Each one of us have experienced the situation. If this sounds familiar, then it's not because you are lazy, but instead, you might have experienced a brain fog or a mind fog. Mind fog is a very real and common concern that describes a range of those feelings and can last anywhere from a few minutes, or it can even go on to a few years. So, along with the negative impacts on mental health, mind fog can also be affected by physical changes in our body, the COVID illnesses that has got us to this particular situation. The cognitive behavior in our body can result in mind fog. A cognitive behavioral neurologist have been hearing from many individuals who complain of mind fog after the infection of COVID-19. They have been hearing a lot of cases. They feel that their thinking and memory are not back to normal after suffering from this illness. People are not able to regain their memory or are not back to normal. There are reports of body ache, sleepless, to exercise, headache. Exercise and all are parts of the things that we said, which is essential to have a healthy mind, to reduce mind fog. But you're not able to exercise, you're not able to sleep well, your inability to do things properly, there is body ache, fatigue, you have a headache due to the after effects of the COVID-19. How can you concentrate if you were up half the night and work with a headache? You can never work with a headache. Get up in the middle of the night, you don't have a proper sleep, and you have a severe headache. How can you work with it? You cannot. And similarly, as we have the COVID affecting us and causing mind fog in us, we can now see how our education and mind fog is related. It's often said that a good education knowledge, the house to take on the world and open up a mind to newer possibilities. Education is meant to be a joyous experience. We always want to learn, we always want to be educated, but we have to be happy or joyful in what we are doing. Only then we can study well. So education has to be a joyous experience, as it feeds our innate capacity for curiosity and discovery. And yet education has become one of the strongest triggers for stress in modern society. Education is gradually turning out to be a big stress. It's already a stress and it's still becoming a more stress to the students who are studying. Why is this so? The children today are at a higher risk of mind fog. They are experiencing memory difficulties, such as misplacing of their items or forgetting where they have left them. It also makes it difficult from their teachers or faculties. It also makes it difficult to learn and retain new informations, new things that is around them. They are not able to learn them properly, or even if they learn it, they are not able to retain, store it in their mind. Among students, mind fog is an outcome of sleep disorder. Yes, there lies the thing. Sleep. Students need to get proper sleep. Guys watch TVs along with the elders and they spoil their valuable time of sleep. And it results in a brain trouble causing mind fog. Children are not no proper sleep. Result. Next, we can see the nutrition deficiency. After sleep disorders, our students do not take proper nutritive food. Children are very fussy. Even teenagers, elders are very fussy in eating proper food. No proper breakfast in the morning. A proper breakfast is very essential for proper functioning of the brain. A healthy brain will always help you to study, to remember things, and to do your work in time. So a nutritive diet is very essential, and the deficiency of nutrition will cause stress and tiredness to the brain. Brain is not able to function properly, no vitamins, and it results in a mind fog. Then we have too much of pressure, stress or pressure from the side of parents and educational institutions. There is a lot of stress to the children. Too much of the parents say, come on, you have to study now. You have to complete so much and so much of work. See your friend next door, he's done so much, he's got so much of mark. You have to score more than him. Come on, you have to do. Oh, there's a competition next week. You have to start preparing now. Come on, start preparing. And all this, the child is not mentally prepared for all this hyperactivity or all of these activities all of a sudden. Needs time, but you are not providing him or her with the proper time. What happens? There is a block in thinking. No proper results are achieved. So the pressure from the side of the parents. Similarly, educational institutions. Too much of study load. No proper understanding for the students. Some particular students are a little bit weaker. Some are brighter. Sometimes the teachers tend to go fast according to the brighter students. Okay, you have, and the students who are slow tend to remain silent. They don't respond. They say, when everyone says yes, they feel ashamed to say no. They sit quietly and they do not respond. They do not say no. They don't have the guts to say that, no, ma'am, I have not understood. Or no, sir, I have not followed the concept. Can you please explain? They sit quietly. They cannot understand. And by the time the exam is near, they do not know the things. But they are under the pressure of achieving good marks. So the educational institution has to see that every child, every category of child is not under pressure. They are getting proper quality education from all sides simultaneously. Every child has to come up to the level and they have to be given time. You cannot pressurize a weaker student. And then what we have is the different ways to end mind fog. How can we end mind fog? We all know mind fog is a problem of the mind which is disturbed. And how we can end this disturbance of the mind? Let us see into it. Ways to end mind fog or brain fog. The brain fog treatment depends on the causes like lifestyle. Modification can also help. We have to spend less time on computers and mobile phones. Remind yourself to take a break. Continuous looking onto the computers and mobile phones disturb you totally. You're not able to think further. There is a point of time where you can think no further, where you can see no further, where you can follow nothing. You have to take a break. Your body needs a break. Your brain needs a break. And this break will help you to overcome mind fog. Positive thinking reduces stress. You have to have positive thoughts. Negative thoughts always accumulates a lot of stress and discomfort to the body as well as the mind. It gives a lot of trouble to the body as well as the mind. Stress, you can never do things in stress. You should always be relaxed. So positive thinking is always necessary to have a relaxed mind and body. So you have to follow all the possible ways that can motivate you to be positive, to think positively. And this results in reduce of stress and mind fog is reduced. Mindful practice, attention on a particular topic. Mindful practice, up to a certain extent, plays a very important role in mind fog. It helps you attain proper concentration on your particular topic or your present surrounding. So mindful practice, concentration on a particular activity or a topic or your surrounding, your present situation is very essential. Then drinks like green tea, warm milk can make you relaxed. Green tea is supposed to be an antioxidant. So consuming of green tea in a way can relax you. Take a break. Relax yourself. Have a sip of tea, green tea or warm milk. Relax yourself and find a solution to the mind fog. Have a stressless brain. It will help you to solve the problem of mind fog. Stop trying to do multitask works. Too much of work at a time disturbs your whole schedule, your whole pattern of working. Do one thing at a time. Concentrate on the work that you are doing. Finish the work, go to the next. teenagers, they speak on phones, they are writing something, they are looking out for something. Somewhere or other, they end up missing out certain topics what they are writing. Or they tend to write certain words which they are speaking on the phone. So obviously, multitask works at a time. It's a very bad thing to be followed. So stop trying to do multitask things. Keep your mind free and fresh and prevent mind fog. Listening to music. Listening to music, since ancient times, we have always heard lovely, soft musics, songs, old songs. We all enjoy it. It relieves you of all your stress. Spend some time in a day to listen to good music, to hum a little. We all are somewhere or the other, at least bathroom singers. Hum little musics. It will help you to relax a lot, which in turns, when the brain is relaxed, it gives an end to mind fog. Your mind is clear of everything. Change your diet. Change your diet means follow a healthy diet pattern. Eat well. Eat properly. Consume sufficient amount of food that you need. But whatever you are consuming, you should have it a wholesome meal. You should have it in a healthy way, which has vitamins and minerals in it. Leafy vegetables, pulses, cereals, everything can be included in your diet, especially the foods that help you to develop your brain activities. So follow a healthy diet. Next is get enough sleep. A person needs at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep a day. Do we get it today? No. We spend sleepless nights doing things. And even if we get a little sleep, we tend to jump up in the middle of the night and say, oh my, it's time up for the next thing I have to do. Oh, my alarm is ringing, I have to get up. No. See to it that you have at least 7 hours of sleep. Only then your brain will get proper rest. And if your brain gets rest, too much of confusion of the brain is reduced and mind fog can be prevented. 7 hours a day, go to bed at 10 p.m. or no later than midnight. Wake up in time in the morning. Next, we have regular exercise. Regular body exercises, activity is necessary. If not a very tedious exercise, you can at least meditate for a few moments. Meditation is a very good source of exercise. Your mind and body is relaxed. You get to, it helps to concentrate more on things, focus more on things. It gives you a positive vibe. So regular exercise is always good. Especially exercises like aerobics is also very good. It keeps you active. Next is avoid alcohol, smoking, and drink plenty of water. Alcohol, smoking is definitely a bad habit that everyone knows, and it has to be avoided. At least if you cannot avoid it, you can have to restrict it to the maximum. Make it very occasional, because your body does not want these polluting things. Your system, your internal organs are affected by alcohol and smoking. Your vital organs are troubled. It leads to different diseases, sicknesses, which are sometimes incurable. So we have to keep ourselves away from alcohol and smoking as far as possible to have a healthy body and mind. And our brain cells are affected by smoking and alcohol. So alcohol and smoking has to be avoided for a healthy brain and to end mind fog. And in return, you have to drink plenty of water instead of alcohol consumption. Every drop of water you have to keep taking in its place. Drink a lot of water to keep your body healthy, for the proper functioning of all the vital organs and the supply of all the minerals to the body. Finding enjoyable activities. Indulge yourself in different activities which give you happiness. Enjoy yourself in doing activities that are relaxing. Enjoyable activities gives you more energy, gives you positive vibes. And these activities will keep your brain fresh. And this will lead to a healthy mind, which ends the mind fog in a person. Create a daily golden hour. Keep some hours for wonderful things, for wonderful purposes. So always create a daily golden hour. Fix a particular time or any time of a day to do something nice, to do something good. Next point is spend time in nature. Observe your nature. Observe your environment. Go out. Enjoy your environment. Spend time with nature. Look at plants. Plant trees. Look at the lovely blooming flowers, the butterflies, the birds in the sky. This can help you to relax, be out of stress. So you have to be in touch with nature. Practice reflection and gratitude. You have to have reflection on whatever you do, have gratitude towards all the things that come across in your life. These are some of the ways to end mind fog. For health, but a portion of dark chocolate or other cocoa-based foods are obviously good to reduce mind fog. Fatty fishes like salmon, trout, and sardines, they are good for your body. Shellfish like shrimps and scallops, we eat all these things, but we have to have this at least occasionally to keep us away from mind fog. And next is green leafy vegetables, which we can never miss out from our diet. It's a very important source of our diet to keep us very healthy, our mind and body simultaneously. Then we have the chia seeds, a very good source. Then we have walnut, a wonderful dry fruit, citrus fruits, then berries, and which are these berries which are having a lot of vitamin B12. So this is definitely good for our health. And blueberries and mulberries, these berries are available freely around us. Strawberries are also available. Please don't make me adult today. We all have a child in us trying to fly free of all the burdens of the world. We don't want any burdens. We all have this little child in us. We all must help ourselves to be stress-free and energetic. We are looking out to be kids, free of all stress, burdens. And so we don't want to be adults. We want to be free like little children. By heart, we are children. But by our activities, though we are adults, we must find time to look into the little child in us, to maintain our positive vibes and happiness and fullness of our childhood. Now, looking at beauty in the world is the first step of purifying the mind. These are the words quoted by Amit Ray. Mind fog can be frustrating, but relief is possible. Don't ignore your symptoms. If left untreated, mind fog can have a great impact on the quality of your life. Once the underlying causes is addressed, your mental clarity can improve. The students are seen collapsing in examinations hall due to the stress level and anxiety, resulting in the inability to perform well. Some students are seen sweating and shivering in examinations hall or on the stages where they are standing for a presentation. They also fumble in their talk. All this is the outcome of anxiety and stress due to mind fog. Mind fog occurrence. The joy of learning has turned into compulsion. Some space to the new generation is necessary to explore and enjoy their environment and breathe some fresh air. So before I end, I would like to say, don't burden them with stress and fright. Let them fly around. Let them fly around like free birds, free of all thoughts and worries. Let them do things that they like to do. They are interested in it. Let them be the masters of their choice, subjects, and interest. Healthy and lively learning only can lead to healthy and successful individuals. And we as teachers should always try and look forward to create such wonderful environment to our students, to be free birds flying in the air. Thank you everyone for sharing your valuable time with me. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a wonderful session. Now it's the deliberation time. Participant, please.
Hello, good evening, ma'am. Thank you very much for that.
Good evening, sir.
It was really stunning. It was outstanding, and you have taken a very important psychological issue, that is the need of the hour, and you have given a 360-degree perspective. Now, plenty of take home today, plenty of take home, and I'm sure that the insights that you have communicated would help us strengthen our mind power and escape from mind fog to brain fog. Thank you. And
Thank you, sir.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Our program is titled as Insight Indepth. Today, your presentation has realized the meaning, materialized that meaning, insight in depth. Congratulations for your innovative presentation and meaningful thoughts. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
thank you, ma'am. And our humble request is this. Now, we are reaching the 48th program, ma'am. In our journey towards our 100th program, we would expect you again with another psychological insight. Thank you.
Definitely, sir. Thank you, sir. Looking forward to it.
Thank you. Since we are running short of time, since we have reached 7:47, so I think we can move on to the concluding part.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. A satisfied mind is always grateful for its satisfaction. We owe a lot for today's satisfaction. To convey the gratefulness, I pray thee, Miss Nitya Ajit, to deliver the vote of thanks for the session. Nitya ma'am, please.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible.
Good afternoon. Respected Principal Dr. K.Y. Benedict, Research Coordinator Dr. Joju John, our esteemed guest Mrs. Pramila Sam, Research Supervisors, Academicians, Teachers, and dear participants. It is my great privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I take this opportunity to thank all those who have directly and indirectly contributed to this invited talk on Mind4, organized by Martiophilus Training College, Thiruvananthapuram. I take this golden opportunity to thank the respected chief speaker of today's 48th national webinar Insight Indepth session, Mrs. Pramila Sam, Vice Principal in charge, St. Joseph Convent, Mumbai. Ma'am, it's a very wonderful and inspiring. Moreover, it's a very needy section during this pandemic period. In this section, ma'am explained very well about Mind4, its causes and remedies. During this particular pandemic period, we all are facing the different aspects of Mind4. So all should take a proper precautions to overcome the Mind4. And always train to our students to the importance of positive thinking, proper exercise, usage of limited time in mobile phone, laptops, importance of enough sleep, and for the complete diet. Thank you very much, ma'am, for this enriching session. Thank you very much. I extend my gratitude to our respected principal, Dr. K.Y. Benedict, sir, for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and standing as pillars of strength. Thank you very much, sir. It's my immense pleasure to thankful our research coordinator of Martiophilus Training College, Dr. Joju Jones, sir. He is such a vibrant personality who always inspiring us each and every steps in our research journey. Thank you very much, sir. And also thankful Dr. Ansi ma'am for all the technical support for this webinar. Thank you, ma'am. Our heartfelt thanks to all research supervisors, academicians, teachers, B.Ed. M.Ed students, and research scholars for your active participation throughout this section. Thank you very much. As no program can become a successful with a single person, so I extend my big thanks to Research Wing Ignatia for the full support. Thank you, my dear buddies, for making this event a wonderful section. Once again, thank you all. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Dear friends, before moving on to National Anthem, a humble reminder, the link of Insight Indepth program is in the chat box. You can join the Insight Indepth program, and next is 49th program, and the 50th one is an international program by an international resource person, an amazing person. Our WhatsApp sir would speak to us in the 50th program. We are looking forward to that. Now all are requested to join the Insight Indepth group, and you are humbly requested to share the poster and the link to your colleagues and your associates and your students as well, so that we can move forward in this voyage of knowledge and wisdom hunt. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining. Please join the Insight in the program. Looking forward to seeing you in another inspiring program next Monday, 6:15. Thank you. Now, the National Anthem, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Pramila ma'am. Thank you all once again for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. The National Anthem. Sanla ma'am, please.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे